Should you reach out to your ex this Christmas? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. But first, my name is Clay with modernlove.life, where we help you get the great, loving relationship you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not, because you deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, please do me a favor by giving this video a thumbs up and by subscribing to this channel down below. Okay, so it's the holiday season, right? We've passed Thanksgiving. It's now December. You know, it's that time of year. Should you be reaching out to your ex this year? Let's go ahead and talk this out. Because we want to think about the context that we're doing all of this in. So first of all, as we've mentioned before in our previous video on the holiday season, I did that last week right up there. It is going to be a little bit different this year. You know, we got the holiday season, we have 2020, obviously. So we have the holiday expectation effect, plus we have 2020 on top of that. So I think that this is actually going to be working in your favor if you do want to contact your ex, if you do want to reach out to your ex this Christmas time. Because, the holiday season is a time when people are a little bit more forgiving and understanding and all that stuff. So that's definitely working in your advantage. And on top of that, we also have, 2020. That is also going to make people a little bit more understanding and a little bit less likely to hold on to grudges. So we have two things kind of pushing things in your favor. So that is definitely a positive thing. When it comes to should you actually do this though, we want to think about this. Okay. So when it comes to holidays in general, what I usually do and what I usually advise people is that, don't think that just because you contacted them on the holiday and they're like, oh, wow, you wished me a Merry Christmas or something like that. That's so sweet. We should get back together. If you think that's going to happen, release that, let go of that. It's probably not going to happen that way. It's probably not going to unfold that way at all. But if you're coming from this without this sort of covert contract of, okay, I'm going to wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm going to get you this gift. You're going to fall back in love with me or something. But if you can let go of the covert contract, the ulterior motive, the hidden agenda, basically. Can't use all my jargon. I don't know if you necessarily know my jargon, but that's what a covert contract is. It's a hidden agenda. And if instead you can just say, okay, the season of Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever is within me, and I want to just, from a place of genuine caring, genuine compassion, genuine love, whatever it is, without expectation of return, without expectation that anything's going to happen. I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas and wish good things on you and say hello and catch up with you. Then I think that is a great place emotionally to be in. And that is, I think, the place where you're actually going to have the best impact when it comes to all of this. Now, why is that? It's because you're emotionally detached from the outcome. Of course, I think none of us are ever going to be 100% emotionally detached when it comes to interacting with our exes or when it comes to relationships. But if you can have this curiosity of just hey, how have you been holding up recently through everything that we've been? I don't know when the last time you spoke with your ex was, but through everything that's been going on, whether it's been, just a couple weeks, or whether it's been all year long. I think that if you are detached from outcome and you just curiously are wanting to say, hey, how's this year been treating you? I know it's been a crazy year and it's hard to believe everything that's happened in just the last 12 months, crazy, right? Just 12 months ago, we were celebrating a totally normal holiday season. And now it's pandemic and everything else going on. What are you going to do, right? So I think it definitely can make sense for people to contact their ex. If you do, you probably want to start out with, something like that, something where it's not too heavy, something where it's just hey, I know this year's been kind of crazy and I just wanted to see how you've been doing, right? I hope you're doing well. I know we have our history. I'm not trying to force anything that's not there, but I just wanted to see how you've been doing. Something along those lines is probably the best way to go about doing this. And then like I was talking about in the previous video that I did last week on the holiday season, you want to you want to just be curious about where they're at, because you may not necessarily know what's going on with them. And you just want to check in with them and reconnect with them and see if there's any kind of connection there. And then if there is the seed of something there, okay, great. But we don't want to get too far down that road and think that like, okay, we're going to get back together. This is going to be some sort of like great romantic move or something like that gets us back together. We just want to be genuinely curious and find out where they're at and see if there is anything there worth connecting on first and foremost. And then, if there is, okay, great, take it where it goes. But let's not get our expectations up prematurely. Let's just go ahead and connect with them. And if so, start out casually. For most people out there, I'd recommend starting out casually and then take it where it goes. But, you do have those two factors moving in your favor. You have the holiday expectation effect, and you also have 2020. 2020 has been a crazy year for all of us, but if there's one silver lining in it, it's that I think it has caused a lot of people to be a little bit more forgiving and understanding with each other, at least the personal people in our lives, maybe not so much politically. But anyway, take care. I hope this helped you out. If you did like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you do want to learn more about my take on the whole holiday season, we got this video series for you right over here, or you might want to check out this video over here. But otherwise, please take care, and I'll talk to you next time.